best of order. Hello, I'm Simon O'Brien, here at the Stadium of Statos, the theatre of fact-finders, the ground of greats. On Do I Not Know That? The fans have a chance to pick up the trophies, but first they have to pick up the points. So let's meet from Group G today's super strikers. From Middlesbrough we have John Smithard, who's the captain in the middle. Either side of him his wingers are Andy Wilson and Dave Buckton, and their subs are Jamie Collis and Caroline Walker. From Rochdale we have Richard Wilde, who's the player manager. We have Mark Wilbraham and Colin Kavanagh either side of him, and their subs are Mark Bagaglio and Jason Griffin. And from Wycombe Wanderers we have Dale Herman, who's the captain. His wingers are Ian Blackledge and Chris Waldron, and their subs are Joe Stevens and Ed Goody. That's today's team. Say hello. We've met the players for today, but don't forget, there are 108 teams fighting for this title, and this is how they do it.
108 teams are split into 12 groups of 9, each playing 4 games in the first group stage. The top 2 teams, plus the 12 highest scoring losers, will go through into 4 groups of 9. They play a further 4 games with the top 2 plus 1 high scoring loser going through to the semi-finals. The 9 teams play a straight knockout final, with the winners playing a one-off final.
If you want to know when and where and who your team's playing, then visit our website at www.itv.com/football. The game kicks off with the home team round. Can Borough take an early lead? 90 seconds with 1 point per correct answer. There's no passing and no conferring, so it's best to guess. OK, Middlesbrough, you know the score. It's a question each. I'll be starting with you, Andy, and your time starts now. Who did Lenny Lawrence replace as manager of the club?
Good God.
Take a guess, mate, against the clock. Don't worry if it's gone, just keep it going.
Bruce Rioch.
It was Colin Todd. Against which club did Borough win 6-0 and lose 4-3 in the league in the 90-91 season? Come on, John.
Sheffield United.
It was Leicester City. Middlesbrough had to wait until December before winning their first home league game of the 2000-2001 season. Who scored the only goal to beat Chelsea that day?
Michael Beck.
It was Dean Gordon. Which player scored 147 league goals for the club between 1933 and 1949?
Ricky Fenton.
Correct. In Borough's first season in the Premiership in 92-93, who finished as the club's leading scorer with 14 goals?
Paul Wilkinson.
That's correct. Which club did Borough beat 8-0 in the second division championship winning season in 73-74?
Ipswich Town.
Sheffield Wednesday. Who did Borough beat 10-3 in a league match in 1930?
Sheffield United.
That's correct. Who played for Middlesbrough in January 1982, aged just 16 years?
Stephen Bell.
That's correct. Who was the second division's leading scorer in successive seasons in 69-70 and 70-71?
John Hickman.
That's correct. Who scored 5 goals for the club against Brighton in 58?
Brian Clough.
Oh, I can't give you that one, I'm sorry, but well done, Middlesbrough. You're off the mark with 5 points. Well played. Some early nerves there. Oh, Rochdale steady as a rock. Let's find out. You ready? You know the score? Mark, I'll be beginning with you, and your time starts now. Which fellow Lancastrians knocked Dale out of last season's Worthington Cup?
Blackburn Rovers.
That's correct. Who scored Rochdale's first league goal of the 2001-2002 league campaign?
Simon Davis.
It was Matt Doughty. Which former Rochdale player scored twice in the 1975 FA Cup final?
Alan Taylor.
That's correct for West Ham. The father of a current English international was Rochdale's leading scorer in the
Terry Owen.
That's correct. Who was the only Rochdale player to score for the club in last season's FA Cup? Keep it moving,
Clive
Rich.
Platt.
That's correct. Who did Rochdale defeat 8-2 in an FA Cup tie in 1920?
Cooktown.
That's correct. Which brothers who played in the 1977 FA Cup final?
Greenoffs.
Correct, Jimmy and Brian. From which club did Mark Gavin join Rochdale in July 1987?
Bolton Wanderers.
That's correct. Which team from the non-league won 4-1 at Rochdale in the third?
Telford United.
That's correct. Who took over Danny Bergara as manager of the club?
Terry Dolan.
That's correct. Away to which club in April 1930 did Rochdale win 8-2 in a 3rd Division North game?
Colchester.
It was Hartlepool. Which club defeated Rochdale 8-0 in a league game in October?
Leyton Orient.
And that's correct. Who became the oldest player to appear for the club in April?
Tony Ford.
It was Jack Warner. In 1989-90, Rochdale beat Marine in an FA Cup first-round tie. On which ground?
Anfield.
That's correct. Rochdale reached the fourth round of the FA Cup for the first time in their history in 1971. In the third round, they defeated First Division Coventry 2-1.
Colchester United.
Unlucky, it was Dennis Butler, worth a guess. But well done, Rochdale, you've got 11 points. Well played. OK, Wycombe Wanderers, are you ready? You're not nervous, done all this before. Are you ready? Your time starts now. In the FA Cup game against Wimbledon last season, which Wycombe player was sent off in the match at Selhurst Park?
Michael Simpson.
That's correct, Michael Simpson. Which Wycombe player from last season won 12 England under-21 caps whilst playing for Glasgow Rangers in the early 90s?
Chris Winicombe.
Correct. From which club did Wycombe sign Paul McCarthy in 1996?
Brighton.
Correct. Against which side did Wycombe begin their FA Cup run last season, a 3-0 win in the first round?
Harrow.
Correct. Who took over as manager of Wycombe in 1990?
Martin O'Neill.
That's correct. Who was Wycombe's leading league scorer in the 95-96 season with 18 goals?
Miguel de Souza.
That's correct. Who were Wycombe's first ever league opponents on the 14th of August 1993?
Carlisle United.
It was Carlisle United.
Carlisle United.
That's correct. What ground did Wycombe play at from 1901 to 1990?
Blokes Park.
That's correct. In Wycombe's first season of league football in 93-94, who was their top scorer with 10 goals?
Keith Scott.
That's correct. In 1975, Wycombe played an English top-flight team for the first time in the FA Cup, losing 1-0 in a replay to which team in the
Middlesbrough.
first? That's correct. On which ground did a crowd of 29,337, a record attendance for any Wycombe League game, see the Wanderers play?
Manchester City. That's Main Road.
That's correct. To which club did Wycombe pay a club record £220,000 for the services of Sean Devine
Barnet.
in 1999?
Barnet.
Correct. Which side inflicted a 5-0 defeat on the Wanderers in the Auto Windscreen Shield in November 1995?
Walsall.
I'll give you that one. Well played, Wycombe. You've got 13 points. Well played. That's it for the first round. Let's see who's raced into an early lead. This game has no respect for league status. Middlesbrough have 5 points, Rochdale have 11 points, but Wycombe Wanderers are out in front with 13 points. Well played, good start. Listen, Rochdale, we hear about every team at some point or other, but Rochdale we don't hear much about. What are you famous for?
We're famous for our world-beating football team, of course.
Enough said. I'll have that. Thank you very much. Pride, that's what I like to hear. Now, round two is our video round. We play our team's 30 seconds of football magic, and then the players use their superb memories, we'll find out, to answer the questions on what they've just seen. No passes are allowed, answers through your captain, and I must accept your first answer. And we'll start with the team with a superb footballing team. Rochdale? Yep. You know the drill, guys. The video can be about anything at all, any point of football history, yeah? And it mightn't just be the goal scorer, it might be the guy who sets it up, it might be which team he plays for, it might be the colour of the kit, it could be who he's having an affair with, okay? You ready? Your video clip starts now. Tasty header to finish off. Can we have some tasty answers, please? Are you ready? Your time starts now. Which English player scores after the Dutch goalkeeper?
Teddy Sheringham.
That's correct. Which English player has the initial shot at the Dutch
Darren
keeper?
Anderton.
That's correct. Which Dutch player is fouled in the penalty area?
Dennis Bergkamp.
That's correct. Against which team are Bergkamp and Holland playing?
Scotland.
That's correct. Who scores a header after the ball bounces for Portugal against Denmark?
Rui Costa.
It's Sapinto. At which ground was Portugal versus Denmark at Euro
Hillsborough.
96? That's correct. Teddy Sheringham started his playing career at which
Millwall.
club? That's correct. The Portugal versus Denmark match in Euro 96 finished as a 1-1. You're out of time, but well done. You picked up 6 points. Sharp stuff. On to Wycombe. Can they wander further into the lead? Are you ready, chaps? Okay. Your video starts now. Good nostalgia there, but how good are your memories. Are you ready? Your time starts now. Dennis Bergkamp puts a shot away over the bar for Holland. At which ground?
Villa Park.
Correct. Against which team were Bergkamp and Holland?
Switzerland.
That's correct. Who is the Czech Republic winger?
Karol Poborski.
That's correct. The Czech Republic are playing Germany in that game during Euro 96, but where was the match?
Old Trafford.
That's correct. Alan Shearer scores for England after a great passing move. Who plays the ball to Shearer?
Teddy Sheringham.
That's correct. Which Englishman runs at the defence and passes the ball to Sheringham at the
Paul
start?
Gascoigne.
That's correct. Karol Poborski had a spell at Manchester United, but which Italian club does he now play for?
Fiorentina.
Lazio. Which Englishman has managed Switzerland? He has a time, but well done, Wycombe. You got 6 points. Don't look disappointed. Right, Middlesbrough. Couple of tough acts to follow there. You'll do that, won't you? Here comes your video clip. Some good and bad finishing there. Let's finish around with some good answers, please, Middlesbrough. Your time starts now. Who is the Spanish player who sees his long shot tipped over the bar?
Luis Enrique.
It's Fernando Hierro. Who is the Bulgarian goalkeeper who tips the ball over the bar?
Todorov.
It's Bobby Mikalov. Who is the Portuguese player who chests the ball down and scores?
Luis Figo.
Correct. At which ground did Figo score that goal against Croatia during Euro 96?
City ground, Notts Forest.
That's correct. Who is the French player who sees his shot hit the bar?
Georgiev.
Correct. Which team are happy to see Djorkayev's shot hit the bar and go over?
Russia.
Czech Republic. Fernando Hierro has helped his club. Well done, Middlesbrough. You got 3 points. Well played. So, as we approach half-time, let's see whose half-time cuppa will taste that little bit sweeter. Middlesbrough have 8 points, Rochdale have 17 points, but Wycombe Wanderers are out in front with 19 points. Well played. So, as the players nip off to talk tactics, I'm going to speak to a few fans and see what they think of the first half. Back in a bit. Welcome back to the second half of Do I Not Know That, the place where passion is everything. Before we go to the specialist round, let's see what tactical substitutions have been made. Middlesbrough, any changes, John?
Yes, brought in 2 substitutes, give everybody a run out.
The squad rotation system,
That's
yeah?
right, definitely.
Excellent. Rochdale?
We don't have enough players for a squad rotation system, so we're staying with the
Sounds
same
like my club as well. And Wycombe Wanderers, Dale, any changes?
No, we're sticking.
You are sticking, are you? Pretty confident, aren't you, quietly over there?
I
Rochdale
wouldn't
are
say
pushing
that.
you.
I wouldn't
Yeah?
say that. No.
Listen, can you ever emulate what you did last season in the Cup game?
Not in the cup. No.
No?
No. But I think
You're just going to fly up the leagues now, aren't you?
that's our next aim. Yeah.
Yeah, OK, wishful thinking. Good luck. So, those are the subs. A chance for someone to make a name for themselves, as long as that name isn't Paul Pesky Salido, because it would take quite a long time. Well, we'll find out as we go into the specialist round. Each team nominates one player to go under the spotlight. That player can choose any area of football history and has 60 seconds to answer as many questions as they can on their chosen subject. As usual, you can't pass. OK, Wycombe, Dale, can I ask you please, who will be your specialist team player?
Yeah, we're going to go with the evergreen Ian.
Ian Blackledge, the evergreen, please join me on the penalty spot. His first game was Wycombe against Slough in 1970. It was a 1-1 draw and he went back, funnily enough. His favourite game ever was Wycombe against Altrincham in 1991, the FA Trophy semi-final when they won 2-0. His favourite player is Gary Lester and he hates Glasgow Rangers. Why Glasgow Rangers?
Bigots.
Fair enough. And succinct and to the point. And strangely enough, I hope that's not their nickname. Your specialist subject is Scottish club nicknames. Let's not use that one again. You ready? Your time starts now. Which Scottish club are nicknamed the Wasps?
Alloa.
Alloa Athletic, correct. What nickname is given to Clyde from the First Division?
The Bully Wee.
Correct. Dundee have 2 nicknames, the Dark Blues and which other?
The Terrors.
The D. Which club nickname comes from the light that is cast by the Bell Rock Lighthouse?
Dumbarton.
It's Arbroath, the Red Lickneys. The club is nicknamed the Borderers.
Berwick Rangers.
Correct. Which former club had the nickname the Wee Jags?
Partick Thistle.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's Meadowbank Thistle now. Which Scottish club's nickname is derived from a Robert Burns poem?
Cowdenbeath.
Ayr United, the Honest Men. St Mirren have what nickname?
The Buddies.
Correct. Falkirk's nickname, the Burns, originates from which phrase?
Do I not like that?
It's better meddle with the devil than the Burns of Falkirk, apparently. Heart of Midlothian have two nicknames. Heart is one. What's the other?
Jambos.
That's correct. Just on the buzzer. 6 points. Well played, Ian. And an excellent excuse for me to do a terrible Scottish accent there. OK. Middlesbrough. John, who will be your specialist team player, please? The captain's taken on himself. John, please. John Smithard, come and join me on the penalty spot. His first game was Middlesbrough against Gillingham in 1967, which they drew 1-1. His favourite game was Wolves away, 1992, when they won 2-1 with 10 men and got promoted. A good day indeed, mate. Are you ready? Your specialist subject is Middlesbrough's cup runs of 96, 97, and your time starts now. Against which team did Borough play in an away tie at the Riverside?
Hednesford.
Correct. On which neutral ground did Borough play in both competitions?
Hillsborough.
Correct. Which man refereed Middlesbrough's FA Cup final with Chelsea?
Lodge.
Correct. Fabrizio Ravanelli played in every one of Borough's cup ties apart from one, missing a League Cup tie against which team?
Liverpool.
It was Hereford United. In Borough's 16 cup ties that season, only one team managed to score more than 2 goals in a game against them. Who were they?
Hednesford. Hednesford.
It was Chesterfield. Who were Borough's only Premier League opponents on their way to the FA Cup final?
Derby County.
Correct. Whose only cup goal of the season came in Borough's 3-1 win over Newcastle in the League Cup?
Derek White.
Correct. Which former Borough player scored against his old
Andy
club?
Payton.
Correct. Which man came on as substitute and scored against Chester in the 6-0 victory in the FA Cup?
Phil Stone.
Correct. Which man's only League Cup appearance of the campaign came in the final? Take your guess, mate.
Kinder.
Correct, Vladimir Kinder. Who came off the bench? Well done, John. You got 8 points. Well played. It's tough up here on the penalty spot, as Rochdale are about to find out. OK, chaps from Rochdale, who will be your specialist team player, please?
Colin to my left-hand side. is
OK,
doing it.
Colin Kavanagh, please come and join me on the penalty spot. He's a season ticket holder, of course. All he hopes for this season is promotion. Doesn't want much, does he? His favourite Rochdale player is Lyndon Simmons, and he hates Wraith Rovers because they have beaten them in a pre-season game. You hold a grudge, you don't you?
The pies are rubbish as well.
Oh, fair enough. The pies are rubbish as well. That's enough for me. OK, mate. Your specialist round is Rochdale Dale goalkeepers, and your time starts now. From which club did Dale sign Neil Edwards in November?
Stockport County.
Correct. Which man made one league appearance in goal for
Stephen
Dale?
Bywater.
It was Phil Priestley. Who kept goal for the club in the 1962 League Cup final?
Ted Bergen.
Correct. Who came on loan from Manchester United and played
Kevin
6 games?
Pilkington.
Correct. Which man was an ever-present in 3 consecutive league campaigns?
Keith Welch.
That's correct. Who was in goal for Dale when they lost away to Aldershot 6-1 in April 1983?
Chris Pearce.
That's Greg Crawford. Who was the last Dale goalkeeper to play in every league game in a season?
Martin Hodge.
Ian Gray, 96-97. Who was an ever-present in the league for the club in the 1985-86 season and kept 7 clean sheets?
Dave Redfern.
Correct. Which man conceded 7 goals in an FA Cup defeat at Anfield in January 19...
Chris Clark.
Correct. From which club did Dale sign Matt Dickens on loan during
Blackburn Rovers,
That's
unfortunately.
correct. Which man was in goal for Everton in the 1980 FA Cup semi-final and later in his career made 42 league appearances for Dale, all of them in 1993-94. It was Martin Hodge was the answer, but well done, Colin. You've got 7 points. Well played. As we get ready to enter the final round, who's moving towards the top of the table and who's going towards relegation? Middlesbrough have 16 points, but Rochdale and Wycombe Wanderers are both tied on 24 points. Well played. I should just explain, Wycombe, you were expecting to be on 25 there, but I've been hauled up by the FA. I can't give you the Meadowbank Thistle answer. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's check what substitutions have been made. Middlesbrough, any changes?
Yeah.
No? Rochdale?
One change for us.
Why is that, Richard?
Colin's so stunned at the thought of Matt Dickens, we've had to substitute him, so Mark's on in his place.
Fair enough, thank you. And Dale, Wycombe Wanderers?
Yeah, we've made 2. Joe to my right and Ed to my left.
Why?
Have a bit of fresh legs
Oh, fair enough.
and fresh minds.
Thank you very much. Right, with 90 seconds left in this match, it can only mean that it's time for the buzzer round. We have 90 seconds of quick-fire footy questions. Get the question right, and your team gets 2 points. Get one question wrong, and your team gets a yellow card. 2 questions wrong in this round, and your team picks up a red card, which is 1 point deducted. Every further incorrect answer will be a further point deducted. Is that clear, teams? Good luck. The all-important buzzer round starts now. Which side's 2-1 victory over Rangers in the 1998 Scottish Cup final was their first victory in the final? That's Middlesbrough.
Hearts.
Correct. When England played France in Paris in 1984, which current Division 3 side provided both of their forwards? Anyone at all? It was Luton Town, Brian Stein and Paul Walsh. Steve Whitten was appointed manager of which?
Colchester.
Rochdale. Correct, Colchester United. Which player moved from QPR to Portsmouth for a fee of 1.2? That's Rochdale.
Paul Walsh.
It was Peter Crouch. Of which club was Ray Wilkins appointed captain in 1975 when aged just 18 years of age? Middlesbrough?
Chelsea.
That's correct. Which current player has been capped for Scotland whilst with Motherwell, Borussia Dortmund and Celtic? That's Middlesbrough.
Paul Lambert.
That's correct. For which side did David narrate play a Scottish... That's Middlesbrough?
Dundee United.
That's correct. In 1999, who was the first player from Peru to appear in an FA Cup?
Norberto Solano.
That's correct, for Newcastle. Which current Premiership side won the Division 1 title in both 95-96 and 98-99? Rochdale?
Sunderland.
That's correct. Which current Division 3 side's managers in the past 20 years have included Alan Ball, Jerry Francis and Terry Cooper on 2 occasions?
Exeter.
That's correct. Which side won only 1 out of 36 Scottish League games they played in the 1999-2000 season? Middlesbrough?
Cowdenbeath.
Clydebank. Which player was sold by Ipswich to Newcastle in July 1999?
Kieran Dyer.
That's correct. And that's it. Well played, the team. Time's up, and well done to the players. Let's see how that affects the final scores. Middlesbrough and Wycombe both have 24 points, but I asked them earlier what they were famous for. I'll tell you, it's their quiz team. Rochdale are today's winners with 34 points. Well played. Another 3 teams battling till the very end. Let's see how those changes affect Group G. Over to our man with the stats.
Another high-scoring performance from Rochdale, Simon, sees them top Group G with an incredible 70 points. Wycombe will be disappointed with their performance in the buzzer round, and they'll need to be faster with their fingers in the next 2 fixtures. Borough bounce into 4th place, and they'll be glad they won't have to face Rochdale again. Cheers, Simon.
Thanks, Ali, and don't forget, for full details on how all 108 teams in those 12 leagues are doing, including your own favourites, then visit our website at www.itv.com/football. I'll see you next time with 3 more teams, each hoping that they won't be saying, "Do I not know that?" See you then. Well played, teams. Well played.
Yeah, I'd agree that it gives the smaller clubs a bit of a chance because you're starting off on an even